I guess we use sort of banjos and mandolins and things, but yeah, no, I don't use them in a traditional way. I would too. I don't know. I mean, I think music is a very big part of Irish culture. So I guess it has the warmth and this sort of support that's there for writers and in Ireland has been great, and you know it's a very sort of well respected part of the culture, I think. So yes, I guess I think it is pretty important.
I still remember in my heart. So I chose.
I mean, we practiced a lot with water, but we didn't practice with paint. Obviously, we just because we can't. And everything was like my beautiful white dress, and everything was very white, so like couldn't get anything on it. And yeah, I knew kind of what I wanted, and all of the instruments are being played by paint, different colours. Each of the boys in the band were sort of playing their own instrument with a super soaker or a pint glass. And so, it was a very sort of simple idea for the video, which I don't know if it actually translates as much as I thought it would, because by the time you shoot it, by the time it hits you, it's a different, it's out of time. So it wasn't as obvious as I thought it was going to be. But it was so much fun and really messy, and the paint tasted really horrible, and I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought how cold it would be and how wet it would be and how disgusting it would taste. But well, I kept it, but it's €20. Yeah, it was a €20 ukulele. I don't use my lovely ukulele, and I am slightly afraid that one day someone's going to throw paint on me on my nice ukulele, and I will have to beat them with it. But yeah, it was a €20, so I have it, and it looks amazing. But yeah, I can't use it. Well, it's one take, so there's no tricks except I hate saying it, you sort of give it away, but it was all one take, and I was underwater for the whole take. But the take isn't quite as long as it looks like it is, because we stretched it. But yeah, it was great. I absolutely loved making it, and it took me a lot of practice. I had to spend a lot of time in the bath practicing just going backwards, which was really difficult. It was really difficult, and then just obviously holding my breath for ages. But I got quite. Yeah, well, I wasn't under for 4 minutes. That's it. I don't know if it is impossible. I think somebody could do it. But no, I wasn't under for quite that long. But even a minute is hard, Even a minute is tough. So I took loads. My friend Chris Judge is a wonderful animator, and himself and this lovely woman, Cian O'Flaherty, said that they would like to make a video. And Chris had a beautiful. He wrote a lovely book called The Beast, which is this lovely character, and he goes on this little journey in the book. And I remember seeing a little film that Chris had made for his video, and I just turned the music down and put Safe Travels on it, and I thought, oh, that's perfect. And I said to Chris, do you want to make a video with the Beast on this little journey? And he said that he would make a new character. He would make a whole new character who would go on this sort of journey. And so Chris and Cian just did the whole thing. I didn't have anything to do with the video at all. They just took it and made this lovely, but it's so beautiful, isn't it? Well, I knew I wanted to do something on cartography just because of all of the references to kind of movement and transience and being away. So I made this map it's kind of the map of the record, in that the front cover is a mix of 3 different places that I lived briefly while doing the record. So there's one in Dublin, part of it's in Brooklyn, and part of it's in West Cork in Ireland, this sort of fishing village. So I just kind of made them all fit together, and then I perforated with a pin, got a pin, and did the map into paper and then put the paper over a light box, and we photographed it over a light box. Yeah. Really an analogy. Yeah,
You made it by yourself?
Oh yeah. I love doing it. I don't know what changed, except that I had just spent the last few years on the road with the same band, pretty much, and I'd just been playing that whole time and singing that whole time, and I felt like there was a great sort of jump in my own sort of songwriting and just confidence, I think, in general, and I think you can sort of hear that in the record. That's it. And we recorded it all live as well, which I think gives a very different sound to it. It was great working with him, and I met him really luckily in that he just happened to stick his head into a gig and he saw me sing a song. It was a gig where loads of people were singing one song and he just got my song, and which was so lucky. And he emailed my manager and just said, you know, if I can be of assistance. And I went to meet him, and I just thought he was the best, and absolutely loved him. And it was just a great experience working with him. He's very relaxed, and he's a very tasteful man, you know, and he really brought that to the table. It was great.
By the time we get
well, I love singing with Glenn. I absolutely love singing with him, and he's my sort of my hero, you know, because remember he was the first sort of group, the Frames, his group. They were the first kind of group that I went to see when I was young, that made me kind of go, God, I'd really like to do that sort of thing. Yeah, because up until then I was into different sort of things, and the idea of being on stage was just like horrendous. And then I remember seeing them and really being attracted to the stage bit, you know, of it, which I'd never really done before. And yeah, he's brilliant. And I love collaborating with people. I think you learn something from everybody that you collaborate with, and you know, and that's what's so exciting. You know, you can't just sort of live in a bubble where you don't sort of connect with. As a musician, I think it's all, you know, it is a communal sort of endeavour, and yeah, it's good to kind of work with other people. I've loved, you know, everyone I've worked with. I've learned something from and enjoyed. Well, everything in that before I started working with him, I hadn't sung into a microphone hardly, you know, or hadn't sung in front of people. You know, it was all very personal, my endeavours. So it was just it was a great thing. I never recorded, you know, so it was absolutely amazing. I'd say it was like 7 or 8 years that we were working together. I can't remember now, but it was a good chunk of time. I think it's always changing, and always, you know, there's always an awful lot of people working and in different sort of styles and different communities almost, but it's very healthy and always sort of has been, really. I mean, yeah, I wasn't working or anything in the early 90s, but so you know, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I yeah, oh God, yeah, and always has been. I mean, and always will be, I'm sure, in Ireland.
in a day of snowing.
Starting on them, yeah. I've been really busy and I haven't had a chance to do as much as I would like, but I'm looking forward to it. I've got a few things on the go now that I'm kind of looking forward to getting back to.
And I said,
yeah, well, I was into other music before then, but then I heard Maria Callas when I was about 12. And then all I listened to was Maria Callas for about 2 or 3 years. That was all I listened to. It was mad. It was mad. And all I listened to was opera. It was brilliant. But, you know, that was it. And then I got into like Nirvana and Kristen Hirsch and all these other things that sort of got me out of it. But I fell down this mad. I wanted to be an opera singer for years, you know. So I just Yes. Yes. All lies. Wikipedia is 50% wrong. I hate them.
Angry because he...
Good. Okay, that's good to know because I want to be able to put on my Wikipedia page, I hate Wikipedia in an interview, you know, and put it, because you know you need to say where it comes from.
One article in Spanish blog, and yeah, because they say fake things about you.
They won't let me change it as well. That's what's so horrible. Myself and Una, my tour manager, we went in one day. We were like, because it's terrible. The grammar is wrong, and there's loads of like, there's a whole personal section that's all like not really that true and just creepy that it's there. So I was like, we'll get rid of that and all this kind of stuff. And we did it, and then we got an email saying, you can't do that to this page. And we said, oh no, it's fine. It's me. So I've just took out the wrong things out. And they said, oh no, then you can't change it at all because it's conflict of interest. So I hate it. I hate you, Wikipedia. I hate you.
This is the best conclusion of the interview. I hate you, Wikipedia. Well, thank you very much, Lisa Hannigan. Good luck for tonight. And we wish to see you very, very soon in Italy again.
I hope so too. Very, very soon. Grazie.
Thank you.
Thank you.